Howdy, howdy, dudes and dudettes. Welcome to Failing Up, where we are always failing upwards.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Um, Today I wanted to talk about anatomy references and different resources for it, and why I think they really work for me and why they might be great for you. So, the first one I wanted to talk about is this guy by Bernd Hogarth, Dynamic Anatomy. This book is awesome. This is one of the first anatomy books that I really gravitated towards and used for reference. What I really like about it is he stylizes his muscles and really over exaggerates them, so it's easy to tell where the muscle ends and begins. Really good stuff. His hands look brutal. Rip a man's head apart.
Screaming will get you no.
But it's really cool because I like the way he does his rendering. You can see right there, really good job of defining the different muscle groups, and he has a lot of really good hints in here for thinking about how to approach the anatomy and problem solving it. This is really good here. Back. See that? Really see where the traps and the lats line up together. So it's nice because it over exaggerates them. So for quick reference stuff, really good. It also does has a dynamic pose and a dynamic wrinkles. So those are really good for posing characters, and then with a dynamic cloth in general, it's really good. So yeah, Hogarth, amazing. Dynamic Anatomy, highly, highly recommend it. My second recommendation is Cyclopedia Atomica. Cyclopedia Atomica. Whatever, however you say it. This is giant. Alright. So, there's a lot of stuff in here, and the pages are super thin. So it's just a lot of content. How many pages is this? It's almost 600 pages. So, a lot of content. What's really cool about it, though, is it's almost medically in the way it's done. So, let me find. Good. There we go. So right there, it's almost like a medical journal, where they point out the different muscle groups and the different muscles inside the muscle groups. And it's just really clear cut, and there you go. You just have it. They also do pictures of skeletons and bone structures. These are beautifully rendered. Some of the more realistic renders I've seen. What's really cool about this book, though, too, is it doesn't just have human stuff in it. It has animal anatomy in there, too. So it's got lions, I think it's got horses, sheep. Let's see what else they have in here. I think they might have an elephant in there. Yeah. So you see the volume difference between where the sheep's wool is and the actual anatomy starts. So another really good book. I think I bought this for like $20, so not bad. I think the Hogarth one was about the same, maybe a little bit less. Well worth the money, though. Not that expensive, but a lot of points of reference there. And the third one I'm going to talk about is actually digital format. So this is called Anatomy for Sculptors. I think you can get the PDF online for like $20. I can't remember how much I paid for it. Super awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool when you're part of it.
I don't want to sing the song.
Because there's a lot of reasons. One, you can see the planes and how they break down complex objects into simple shapes. So there's just the cranium for your skull, your zygomatic area, your brow, and your cheekbone. your teeth, and then your jaw, and you put it together, and you get this over here. And just breaking it down to simple shapes. And then this shows a process of doing the planes and just developing it more. And there you go. So that's really awesome. Again, with the subtle anatomy in there. What's really cool about this too, not just show you the muscles, but they show you glands in here too. So you can see, like right there, 16. Those are glands, not just muscles. So you can actually get the shapes and the volume more accurate instead of just looking at like the muscle anatomy I was looking at earlier and trying to sculpt that in. You can see some of the other underlying factors in there. So this has got a lot of really cool stuff in it. Right there, the different parts of the skull, and I like the way they identify it and index it. So it's really cool.
Cool.
Another thing that they do, I had to multiple open up, is they'll have these little tricks to understand how anatomy interacts with each other. This one always comes to mind when I think of this book because I think it's just so clever, and it's such a good way to think about anatomy. Where they're talking about, think of your arm as a chain link, where you have your shoulder going into your bicep and tricep, into your forearm, and right into your wrist and your hand, and you can see the corresponding colors there. It's a really amazing anatomy book. So if you're interested in anatomy and sculpting, if you're a sculptor in particular, this is fantastic because it just helps rewrite your brain and think about anatomy and planes and how they actually interact in different ways. So guys, that's all I had, just my top 3 anatomy books. I think these are really good references. I think a lot of people, different artists, can benefit from this. If you're a character artist or you draw characters in general, or you just want to get better at drawing people. As always, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Hit that notification bell so you always know when I drop down a new video. And thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.